Morena wahine ma. E te iwi and any tane out there this morning. So just touching base on these cards that I draw from. They were created by Bronwyn Waipuka, and they are new Māori guidance cards. I leave the link in the description box. Ka pai. Today's card, when it fell out and presented itself to me, I was like, Harawene, jealousy. And I thought, wow, geez, what's this all about? So, I aim all these readings that, or they're not really readings, these guidance cards that I draw, when I'm shuffling the deck, I am asking, what is it that our Indigenous Māori wahine need to hear today? So if that sheds some light, what's the guidance, what's the knowledge, what's the wisdom that will help us in our journey today? This is not about foreseeing the future or, like any heebie-jeebie witchery stuff. I just want to reiterate that. It's just like, what would help us in our day today? So there you go, whānau. Don't freak out on these cards. Harawene, jealousy. This is all knowledge passed on from our tupuna as well. So let's get on with it. Harawene, jealousy, envy, resentment, mistrust, possessiveness, watchful, anxious, discontent, suspicion, bitterness, loss, and less loved. When I pulled this card, I was feeling like, what, am I jealous? And you know what, if I am to be truthful and honest, I can be. And it's about wanting what others have instead of focusing and drawing from within. What is it that I really want? Instead of looking at the materialistic things, what is it that I really want? And it's peace. It's love. It's, spending time with my whānau. It's not about the flash cars, the flash whatever. That would be really lovely. But, I've had nice things and then I've lost nice things because of my own stupidity. So now it's time to really look within and find what it is that I want. Don't need to be jealous of what other people have. Anyway, let's get on with the card reading, because we haven't had this one before, whānau. Harawene, two sisters, two faces. Rehutai, mist of the breaking surf, and Tangi Moana, voice of the breaking surf. So that's it. Harawene. This story begins with a warrior named Rua Toroa, plume of the albatross, who had heard of the sisters' beauty. He decided to travel to their homeland bearing gifts in the hope of seeking marriage with one of them. According to the kōrero passed down, upon seeing Rau Toroa, the woman apparently fell instantly in love with the handsome warrior, and soon jealousy and tension grew. Neither woman wanted the other to be alone with him, should he choose the other as a wife. So I got it wrong. I said Rua Toroa. It's Rau Toroa. Tired of the sisters' bickering, Rau Toroa was confident of achieving his goal of marriage if only he could somehow keep them apart. So he devised a plan to separate them. One morning, he asked the woman to fetch him some water. The sisters immediately headed out toward the natural spring. Tangi Moana arrived before Rehutai. After filling her container first, she then muddied the waters, returning quickly to the warrior. Upon seeing the undrinkable murky waters of the spring, Rehutai realized at once that what her sister had done out of spite. When she returned with her empty container, she discovered Tangi Moana wearing the cloak of Rotorua, which signified they were now married. Heartbroken, Rehutai wept with so much sadness, perhaps not only in seeing the man she had fallen in love with the Heartbroken, Rehutai wept with so much sadness. Sadness perhaps not only in seeing the man she had fallen in love with embrace another, but also realizing she was about to lose her sister, who was now destined to leave and live in another life without her. Who will really know her true thoughts? But in that moment of grief, Rehutai decided then she was the one that was going to leave. She climbed a hill the very next morning. This hill is known as Ohine Moke Moke, the place of the lonely girl. She was never seen again. Beautiful story. Anyway, the guided meaning. Jealousy is a complex emotion that everyone experiences from time to time. In essence, it is a natural and instinctive condition which can come from the core of who we are. It usually masks other feelings, often deep-seated, which we may be totally unaware of. These feelings take on a variety of emotional conditions, which can be based on things such as insecurities, shame, abandonment, or anger. It is distinct from envy. Although these two emotions are often interchangeable, as jealousy will focus on something we already possess rather than something someone else has. Okay, that kind of explains I'm envious of what other people have. Okay, makes sense. For example, one sibling sees another sibling receiving all of their parents' attention, or in the case of this story, the potential husband. Here we see jealousy in terms of a threat, inducing the feelings of loss of love or being less loved. Envy is more of a two-person situation and doesn't often contain a sense of outrage or betrayal that jealousy entails. It tends to be a silent observer. Even though they are distinctly different, if you are feeling jealous, you are often feeling envious as well. Either way, these intense and unpleasant qualities that can inflict heartache and pain onto ourselves and the people that we love the most. These conditions alienate us from others and cause internal conflict and disharmony, sometimes forming a disturbing space deep within which can be extremely difficult to come back from. Understanding the triggers and root reasons for jealousy and envy is an important step in maintaining a healthy relationship with ourselves and with our loved ones. What ways can you channel your emotions to encourage more self-assurance? How can you inspire yourself to get past what is bothering you? He oranga ngākau, he pikinga waiora. Positive feelings in your heart will raise your sense of worth. So there you go, whānau. What ways can you channel your emotions to encourage more self-assurance and understanding what triggers you and the root reasons for jealousy? So I resonate with that. I do. I really do. And that's probably coming from a space of not having the perfect family, or what I thought was perfect actually. Yeah. And I don't, even though some might think when I was a little girl I was a spoiled little biatch, but there was things that was lacking within me. And that's probably where the root of any jealousy or envy that I feel towards others comes from, is a place of not belonging. And I guess for me, if I have what others have, then I must belong. So I'm trying to assimilate, much like how our colonizers tried to make us assimilate. So there you go, Harawene, jealousy. He oranga ngākau, he pikinga, waiora. Positive feelings in your heart will raise your sense of self-worth. And that's something that I actually work on every day, is when I'm feeling low, you've just got to think of something positive. Some of the things that I think of positive, everything good is on its way to me now. Even though it might not feel like it at that time. Sometimes it might be an indication that you're going in the wrong direction and you need to turn around and try another path or another road. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm sure you have your own interpretations, and if it resonates with you, you know what it is. Wahine mā. So, kia kaha. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Ka kite.